to Family Craft Night. I am Grace with the Bedford Public Library, and today we are going to do a really fun, kind of messy craft. If you picked your craft kit up at the library, then you should have all of these things. You should have 3 colors of paint, and then a pouring medium. You should have some Dixie cups, some popsicle sticks, your canvas, and some instructions. So, the paint and the pouring medium, there's enough of each of those for you to do several canvases. So if you have 3 kids at home, you should have enough to do all of this, as long as you have enough canvases. So, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna pick what color we want to be our base color for the paint. And to do that, you can either pick from these 3 colors here, blue, red, or yellow, or you can mix them together and make a different color. So if you mix blue and red together, you get purple. If you mix yellow and red together, you get orange. And if you mix blue and yellow together, you get green. So I think I'm actually gonna make some orange to start off with. So I'm gonna take my paint, my red paint and my yellow paint, and I'm gonna get a popsicle stick to kind of scoop them out, and I'm gonna put them in a Dixie cup. I'm not gonna do a lot because we don't need a lot of paint for the base. Okay. I'm gonna get a new popsicle stick so I don't get red paint in my yellow paint. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that in there. Then I'm gonna mix that together. Ooh, we have a really nice bright orange now. I really like that. So now I'm gonna take my pouring medium and a new Dixie cup, and we're gonna fill the Dixie cup up about 1/3 of the way full of pouring medium. Forgot to say, you're gonna want to have some newspaper or a plastic bag down on your table so you don't get paint everywhere. So anyway, once you have about 1/3 of the way full of pouring medium, we're gonna go ahead and put our base paint color into the pouring medium, which is mine's orange. Just gonna scoop that in there. And we're gonna mix it together really well. In the pouring medium, it looks white, but it'll turn the color that your paint is. So I've got orange now. It's a little bit lighter than before I had the pouring medium in there. We have a nice bright, it's kind of like a sherbet color. And that's gonna be my base paint color. So now I'm gonna move some of this out of the way. Now we're gonna take the other paint colors and just drop some blobs of them into this base paint that we've made. So I'm gonna take some blue, I'm gonna get a new popsicle stick, and I'm just gonna drop a blob right in there. Maybe drop a couple of blobs separated, and we're not gonna mix this up. We're gonna swirl it together. But I'm also gonna add some red blobs. Just like that. And then some yellow. Okay, so now I'm gonna change the angle so you can see this a little bit better before I swirl it up. All right, so this is what our paint looks like now that we've dropped in our blobs of paint. So we're gonna take another popsicle stick and we're gonna carefully swirl the colors to our liking. So I'm just gonna swirl them together a little bit. And this is a good time. If you see you wanna add a little bit more of a color, you can go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna add a little bit more red. So just another little blob of red in there. Not too much, just enough. There we go. Mix that in. Okay, so the colors are starting to blend, so I don't want to mix it anymore. So now is time for the messy part. We're gonna take our canvas right here. We're gonna actually put the top side, which is this rough side, down on top of the cup of paint, just right there on top. And we're gonna grab the cup of paint underneath and carefully flip the whole thing over, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna set it down and we're gonna pull up our cup and our paint is gonna flow out. And now we get to kind of swirl it around and make different designs. And every piece of art we make with this way is gonna look different. You just can't recreate it, which is the really cool part. They're all unique. Whoa. I like mine to look really drippy. You can kind of gently tap it. This to get it over there. And if you want to cover up, if you want to add a little bit more paint, you can do it again with a new Dixie cup and spill a little bit more. Kind of turn it all around. Okay, so that is what mine looks like. And now we're actually gonna let it dry for about 2 days. It takes a long time to dry. And once it's dry, you can hang it up on the wall and keep your artwork forever. So it is a little bit messy. If you can see my hand, I got paint on me. But this paint is tempura paint, so it's washable. It's not gonna stain your hands or your clothes. So it's a pretty safe, messy project to do. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. I wanted to show you guys what my other ones looked like I made. So this is a great example of how they're gonna look different every single time. You can't recreate it. So it's a really fun project to do over and over again. And this is the one I just did now. It's still drying. But I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I hope you guys join us for next week's family craft night on Thursday.